Welcome to US Law Live, the official podcast of the US Law Network. A special shout out to our network corporate partners, SCA Limited, American Legal Records, Immersion Legal, Marshall Investigative Group, and MDD Forensic Accountants. My name is Nick Rausch from the Larson King firm. I am joined here with my co-hosts today, Mike Judy from the Dicer Taylor firm and Pam Halford from the lovely Carr Allison firm. And we are joined here today by our guest on this week's episode, Mr. Chris Cotter from Roetzel Andress. Chris, how you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Doing
Can't
good.
complain.
I will tell
Chris, you just
you,
got back from a trip, right?
I did. I want to tell you my legal disclaimer. It's not really a legal disclaimer, but I've never been a guest on a podcast before.
Hey, we love that. We love that. We're all
So this
about
is the
firsts
first
here.
time. I'm just telling you, I may not be good at it. I did present at a conference last year and we pretended we were on a podcast. I had two or three people up there with me and we were pretending to be on a podcast. That doesn't count. That was not a podcast. But just forgive any errors or any blunders along the way. First time.
For,
I'm a first timer.
Forgiven. I've told you for years, Chris, you have a face that a podcast would love.
Oh, there it is, right out of the gate.
That's a good one.
Boom. Nailed it.
It's probably
Chris,
your first time too on a Zoom call where one of the participants in the Zoom call has an ice pack that's in the shape of a chicken on her forehead. We're going to get to that in a little bit, but Pam is sporting one of those today. We're going to get to that story in a while.
It's my first time ever.
Chris, I've seen you as both very active members of the transportation group of US Law. I have seen you do a number of different activities through US Law, give different presentations, lead different organizations, do all sorts of things, and I've never seen you do anything poorly, so I imagine today will be no
Wow.
different.
Okay. Compliments from Pam, insults from Mike. I got this.
Yeah.
I'm getting this down. I got it.
Yeah. So I think Pam's real first question is tell us why you're so awesome.
We don't have enough time. We don't have enough time.
Oh, wow. 2 for 3
but
are complimenting me.
Chris, tell
no,
us a
but
little bit
but
about,
yeah.
realistically, tell us a little bit about your practice and what it looks like.
Yeah, it's transportation as advertised. I tend to focus on the big ones, the dangerous ones, but every case is important. I have a number of attorneys and associates I work with, and I supervise and constantly, advising and being involved with everything that comes on my desk. We've got a 51 vehicle collision event that happened on the Ohio Turnpike a couple of years ago. That's a big one that's requiring a lot of my attention recently. I've been getting involved in these broker claims, shipper claims. By that I mean claims against brokers and shippers. We argued what's called FAAAA Preemption and response. Don't need to get into the weeds with that, but I'm all over in the trenches with that in several states, arguing that. Pam's trying to do something with an ice pack on her head. You okay there, Pam?
I'm all right. Just an incident with a hair dryer and a dog has led me to look like this today. So, F4A preemption. Chris, I know we will eventually, let's just dive into it. We ask all of our guests to bring one legal hot topic that they're dealing with in their practice or that's of particular interest to them for whatever reason. And I know since we talk, I feel like virtually every other hour of every day that F4A preemption is a big issue for you. F3A preemption? 4A?
There's 4As.
Okay. Is a big issue for you. So tell us what you're seeing and what it is.
Yeah, and I'll just say if you've never heard of it, for those listening, I'm just waving a flag. It may impact you, it may not, but it's good to just know about because it may come up, and we all need to be talking about it across the defense side of the V so we know what it is. I spoke on this recently in under 5 minutes, 3 seconds under 5 minutes. I'm going to try to do the same here and hopefully beat it. But it's what we're seeing is catastrophic truck accident. Someone has died or people are catastrophically injured. Let's say the truck driver is at fault. Let's just assume that. The motor carrier has, let's say, $1 million in insurance. That's all there is. And the motor carrier is not viable. The plaintiffs and their attorneys obviously don't like that. They can go to a jury now in our world of nuclear verdicts and get a 20 million, 30 million, 40 million or more verdict. So they're looking at other pockets. They're doing what the plaintiffs bar has done since the beginning of time, looking for other parties to go after. In this case, we see claims against the transportation broker and sometimes the shipper and other parties that we say are upstream from the motor carrier. And so in response to those claims, there's a number of defenses that we can pursue. The one that is just big and bold and out there is called F4A. It's like NCAA, F4A. It's a statute that's abbreviated FAAAA. Some people say F quad A. That's too nerdy for me. F4A is already nerdy enough. So I don't say F quad A. And again, I won't go into the whole thing, but we can file a motion to dismiss out of the gate based on F4A preemption. And the idea is there's a federal statute, F4A, that governs brokers and governs shippers. And so these state law negligence claims that these lawyers are bringing in lawsuits aren't allowed, are barred, period. And so we file motions right out of the gate. If we can win the initial motion to dismiss, that's awesome, and our clients are done pending an appeal. Sometimes judges don't go our way. We can go through discovery and file a motion for summary judgment. And so it's just a powerful defense. And I will say, we all talk about cooperating on the defense side. We all should be doing more of it. We talk about doing more of it. This is a defense I learned about in 2017 from a Iowa attorney who had just got a summary judgment win on F4A preemption. My client said, work with this guy. He just got the win for us. And so I worked with him. I now work with other defense lawyers in other states, and sometimes in Ohio, there's a few of us on the defense side that will work together on these. So it's been a positive collaboration from that standpoint. We've also had success, we meaning the defense. It's gone different ways. These motions have gone different ways. If you look at the circuit court level, the Ninth Circuit went the plaintiff's way. And then we've now had two wins at the circuit court level on the defense side, 7th Circuit, 11th Circuit. And across district courts and state courts, it's being fought. We've had a lot of wins. The defense has had a lot of wins just in the last 2 years. Feels like the tide's turning in our favor. So it's a positive thing that we're fighting. I think we need to keep talking about it, and we need to keep collaborating on things.
And in the motions and briefs that you're filing on it, are you filing at the plaintiff's bar is up to speed with, I'll be the nerd, F quad A preemption, where they know what they're talking about as well? Or you just see informed briefs that are response to everything? I guess what's the plaintiff's bar's tactic for coming back at you?
Yeah, that's a whole part of the game. So on the plaintiff's side, some know what they're doing, some don't. Some are expecting us to raise this defense. Some have no idea it's coming. One firm in particular, Michael Leeserman, who's in my neck of the woods in Ohio, he is pursuing this strategy, filing claims against brokers and shippers and other upstream companies all over the country, not just in Ohio. I've got one against him in West Virginia. His firm has one in Wyoming. It's all over the place. I think they're in the Virginia one as well that I've got right now. So they know what they're doing. Their complaints are artfully drafted to try to get around this. They'll actually say the transportation broker is the motor carrier. If that company has a DOT number, they'll say the broker or the shipper. In some cases, the shipper, like a Walmart, has their own DOT number. So they try to say, and they do allege that someone like Walmart's the motor carrier, which they weren't in that transaction. So some are sophisticated, and we have to work with that and try to craft our motion to dismiss or motion for summary judgment in a way that, especially the motion to dismiss, that gets around those allegations or deals with them. Others have no idea where it's coming, and that sometimes they tee it up in the complaint. They call me the shipper. They call my client the shipper, and I can go right at it. Still doesn't control what a judge may do. You never know what courts will do with these, but there is a wide variety on the plaintiff side.
How
And they're
far up
talking to
have
each
you had
other
to take
too.
this, Chris?
I would just say they're talking to each other too. What was that, Pam?
How far up have you had to take this so far? Have you just stayed at the trial court level?
Yeah, I've been at the trial court level. I've been at the district court level in federal court. I have not gone to the appellate court level yet. There is a matter at the 6th Circuit, which is in Cincinnati, covers Michigan, Ohio, Tennessee, and Kentucky. They just had oral arguments in late January, so we're expecting a decision from the Sixth Circuit. Certainly will affect us here in Ohio. But I've got a few that we're waiting on the appeal. We know there's going to be an appeal. And so we're just kind of waiting to see what happens as things start to bubble up.
And on that, from those that are listening that may be defending the motor carrier in those cases you're talking about, there's only $1 million in limits that, they want to limit their exposure. What can they do to help you on the F4A preemption? I mean, are you getting them where they're cooperating with you, or are they just telling you, nope, that's your deal, you argue it, I'm going to worry about my underlying negligence case?
Yeah, usually the lawyer that represents the motor carrier, all they want to do is pay the $1 million in insurance and be done. They just want it to be done. And I've been that motor carrier in cases. I'll offer it
Right.
a month after the accident. We know what it is. We know it's well above $1 million. We'll tender the $1 million, and all we want them to do is take it and go home. And if they end up filing the suit and filing against these other parties and a F4A motions file, I mean, they're just along for the ride. They really are. They don't typically they're not typically involved in the motion practice on F4A. That's really our thing as the broker or as the shipper. It's really our thing we're pursuing. I have, worked in a collaborative way with these attorneys as far as understanding facts or working through some things in discovery. It's not adversarial, but yeah, it's kind of our thing that we pursue as the broker or as the shipper.
Yeah. I assume you get some cooperation then if you're trying to establish your broker or shipper's not the motor carrier, you need some cooperation from them to go along with that.
Yeah, if this is gonna proceed to a motion for summary judgment, I'll issue discovery to the motor carrier, I'll take depositions, and usually you kind of know what you're getting and you can have conversations to figure out what the facts are, what the lay of the land is. Yeah.
I'd say a comment on this too is I remember I had a case over the summer that was a state court case, Chris, and I actually texted you about it. We had come onto a case that was a wrongful death case, and this, for whatever reason, issue had not been brought up or really even briefed. And so when we got brought into the case, we were going into motions in limine. We were on the eve of trial almost. And your firm at least was a great resource to us and, looking at past briefs and case law. And Lord knows there's a ton of decisions all over the place. In our neck of the woods in the Eighth Circuit, there's cases that go each way. And so I think having a firm like yours that's at least staying on top of it and is tracking this stuff is important, because these issues can get brought up. Not only, I mean, it seems like, if I heard you correctly, I mean, do you usually try to bring this up as a Rule 12, just right out of the gate type motion, or do you kind of bring it all the way back up through discovery and everything else?
Right away.
Yeah,
Rule 12,
right away.
motion to dismiss.
Right.
Let's win the motion. Let's not do any discovery whatsoever. The claims are barred. We shouldn't be in this lawsuit.
Right.
We've had success, again, partially me, partially others here in Ohio, and we've got a good thing going in Ohio. I hope the Sixth Circuit doesn't ruin it for us, but we've got a string of wins here, and I can share that with anybody. I do have a table where we keep track of all these cases. It's 1 or 2 a week that are coming out with F4A decisions. So there are a lot of decisions across the country that we're keeping track of.
I think that's one valuable thing that the network has to offer, is that there are varying degrees of certainty in the law depending upon the jurisdiction on this issue. Mostly uncertain, but there's nothing uniform across the board. And so people like Chris are a great resource. Chris and his firm are a great resource for anybody around the country, because you're having to keep your finger on the pulse of this sort of emerging area of potential exposure.
It's keeping me busy, that's for sure.
Yeah, Chris, tell us about your role in the network as our transportation committee chair.
Yeah, we are pretty active. We've got a good team, our leadership team. We just did a couple of events in February, our exchange and our winter roundtable, which is a fancy name, but a really nice event that we did down in Nashville for the first time. We've got our summer forum coming up in July in Napa, California. That's going to be awesome. We're just a very busy group from the standpoint of wanting to provide resources for our clients, taking requests. We meet with our client advisors fairly regularly to make sure we know what they're thinking about, what topics they want to hear about, what events they want to do. We organize dinners at TIDA and other events that are out there where gives us a chance to see our clients. So yeah, we're a pretty active group, and we like to think outside the box. We like to, like I said, take requests from clients and try to serve their needs. It's not just a conference-based group. And of course, US Law is not a conference-based organization. We focus on our clients and what our clients' needs are.
I've heard that the leadership team in the transportation group is just fantastic. Can you tell us about maybe the other people who are on the leadership team?
Yeah, I can do
wait a
that.
second. Now,
If
wait
you
a
want me to-
second. Hold on now. Mike, isn't Pam on the leadership? Hold on. Time
I
out.
mean,
Time out.
I've told her for years that she was great at fishing. I didn't know fishing for compliments was part of her skills, but
Come on.
man,
Come
that
on.
was smooth, Pam.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here
Well, I was
all
going to
week.
ask, do you want me to like pick out a favorite on the team? Is that part of the?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think you
absolutely. I
should
want you to
now.
pick out a
I think
favorite.
you have to now.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm just going to go in order here. All right. We've got John Pion, our vice chair. We've got Patrick Foppy, our secretary. And we do have Pam Halford, educational coordinator extraordinaire.
Whoop, whoop.
And that's, as anyone in US Law knows, that's the role that takes a lot of hours, takes a lot of time coordinating our sessions and facilitators and all those things. And Pam, you have done a very nice job with it. Very on top of things. You and I just texting and talking this morning about things. So very easy to get a hold of, very easy to work through things.
And
Gosh,
so
that felt great.
Geez, Mike,
Yeah,
we've been doing a really crappy job. Good Lord.
I mean, I just wonder what percentage of Chris's time is spent picking up Pam's slack, but it sounds like he didn't leave me much of an opening there.
I think, Chris,
None.
Chris, what would be a good conversation starter is your thoughts on the past event that we just had, and more so the leadership of that event, and whether or not the chair did a good job, because I think one of them's on this Zoom call with us. So, I mean, if there's any critiques you had of that event, I think we should talk about them now. Let's just get it out in the open.
Right.
We could do that. Is this just me complimenting you all? Is that what this
Yeah.
is? all about?
Yes. Yes. This whole podcast is just designed for our vanity. Is really all it is.
Chris and Pam, what events coming up do we have for the transportation group that maybe listeners can be looking forward to on the US Law calendar?
Yeah, I mean, our big event is the Summer Forum coming up in Napa, California. Man, I don't have the dates ready, but it's late July. Pam, you got to be on this. What is it?
I
July
believe
30 and
that
31, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe a little August 1 in there.
I think it's just the 30, 31, I think.
Yeah, but we know people are
I mean,
gonna stay.
I'll be
Yeah.
there for the whole week. When you go to
Right.
Napa, you go to Napa, okay?
Yep. It's incredible property. The Meritage, they just did if I have the number right, $55 million renovation. It's all done. It's all open now, and it's gonna be a really nice property.
Chris, we know that you love US law and you love representing the transportation industry, but I know you love something a whole lot more than that, and that is your sweet, sweet family. And you just got back from a little trip to the happiest place on earth.
We did.
Tell us how it went.
So it was great. My kids are 16, 14, and 12 years old now. So I got two in high school, one in middle school. They have different spring breaks, one after the other. So that makes it a little tricky. So we've been doing these kind of long weekends the last couple of years. So it wasn't a big thing. We went down on Thursday. We did Hollywood Studios on Friday, Epcot on Saturday, came home Sunday. I actually asked my kids a couple times. I said, now, what if we did like a Monday through Friday, 2 days at Universal, 3 days at Disney? They're like, no, that's too much. We don't want to do all that. So, and we all kind of agreed, like 2 days, you do it, and we go in early. We stay till the last minute. We do the whole thing all day. We walked, I think my son told me, because I don't keep track of all that stuff, but my son told me we walked 60,000 steps in 2 days.
Mm.
Yeah. So we get around. We did all the things. It was awesome.
What was your favorite experience?
Man, Epcot was fun. The way it started was we've done Disney twice now when the kids were younger. And then the last couple of years I've asked them, like, do you want to go back to Disney? Do you want to do it again? And they kind of shrug their shoulders. I mean, I think they feel like they've done it. But about 6 months ago, my oldest, my 16-year-old said, I wouldn't mind walking around Epcot. That was his only comment. And I said, let's do it. Let's go walk around Epcot. And that's how we planned this trip. And that's what we did. We did a lot of rides in the morning that day, and then we just walked around. We didn't drink around the world, with the kids. But we had a good time.
And did they
That
become little kids again? I mean, did they
Absolutely.
go back and just loved it? I'm sure.
Absolutely. My daughter, she's 12. She was really too young. She was 3 the first time we went. She has no memory of it. So it's fun for her to see that, to go back there with her so she can experience it.
that's a
Now
whole lot of money to spend to quote walk around Epcot. I
Well,
recently
we did all the rides. We got
I'm
Lightning
teasing. I'm
Lane
teasing
all
with you.
morning. Yeah.
I'm
He
teasing
wants
you.
to go to Norway. His big thing for some reason is to go to Norway.
Oh.
This was much less expensive than going to Norway.
Yes, it is.
We actually went to Norway in Epcot.
Oh, there you go. Did
He
you
said, "Here
tell
you
him
go,
that's it? There's
Norway."
your Norway
Here
trip.
it is.
He got a
Uh,
sweatshirt that said Epcot, Norway. He was very happy.
That's funny.
Was that the only park you went to, or did you go to other parks as well?
We just stayed in Norway for 12 hours.
Hey, get the Norwegian experience out. I mean, I love it.
Most of it's, I don't know if you know this, most of it is Frozen, the movie Frozen,
Oh yeah, sure.
which my 16-year-old son is not into, by the way.
Okay.
So we have to kind of dodge that. But the log ride's fun.
We took our 14-month-old just back this last January, and we were shocked at how with Disney now it's like all app based. It's all like you have to get in line and get like your fast pass and whatever. And when I went, which was Lord knows, I think it was like 15 years ago since I've been, it's all streamlined now. Like you do everything through the app, and it's just crazy how that's developed.
Yeah, it's very slick. But we went, Epcot, we went from pretty much ride to ride to ride with the Lightning Lane. Like once we did one, we get the next one, and we just went from place to place. No wait. I mean, no wait
Yeah.
at all. So yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Any other trips on the horizon with the family, Chris?
We're going to San Francisco in June. That's our big summer trip. We're at a point where my kids like going to a city. So we've been trying to go to cities. We did New York last year. We've done Chicago. So this year we're going to San Francisco and Yosemite. So that's the big summer trip.
Awesome.
Wow.
Do y'all have anything that you're particularly looking forward to in San Francisco?
No, I mean, I've never been to Alcatraz. I've been to San Francisco, but we haven't done Alcatraz. So I think the kids will like that. So yeah,
Are you going to show them the movie The Rock first?
I think we have to, right? I think you
You
have to
have
watch it.
to.
They're
Yeah.
old enough now.
I have
Yeah.
not seen that movie in probably 30 years. So
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
It's on TNT every once in a while. So just be lazy on a Saturday. and
Every
see if you can
Saturday
find
at
it.
1:00 is when they play.
Right.
So since we're about to close out our episode for this week, Chris, you've been a great guest. I think we have to go around the horn and talk about at least maybe even workplace accidents. I don't know what Pam Halford has on her face or has recently today, but Pam, the entire time we've been talking today, you've had a chicken ice pack on your face. So why don't we talk about that and how that's rounding up today?
Yeah, so to clarify, it's a reindeer.
Oh,
It's a reindeer ice pack. It's a boo-boo ice pack for my 6-year-old. And what occurred yesterday was in Southeast Alabama, in Dothan, Alabama. Yesterday was a lovely day. So what does one do on a lovely day? You have afternoon cocktails in the outdoors. So that's what I did. And then I came home and gave my mini golden doodle puppy a bath because she's getting spayed today. So as I'm blow drying the mini golden doodle puppy, after having my afternoon cocktails, the mini golden doodle puppy decides to fight the hair dryer that's held directly in between my eyes. And she hits the blow dryer right in between my face. Blood goes everywhere. I'm now swollen. There's a little blackening around my eyes. Maybe I'm concussed. I don't know, but Dyson better watch out. Suits
Oh.
are coming.
Whoa.
I'm teasing.
Well, that's
I
no
think there's
fun.
only one person to blame, and that's whoever the vineyard who created the Sauvignon Blanc that I imbibed in yesterday.
there we go.
There you go. But you're okay now. I know you got the ice pack going, but You
I'm
recovered?
fine now, except for the fact that I have mommy and me photos in 10 days, and I've got a giant crater in between my eyes.
That's what
So
Photoshop's for.
I was just about to say, this girl better retouch and retouch and retouch. Chris, you were awesome. Thank you so much for being with us today.
You
I
bet.
think,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, we look forward to seeing you at future US Law events and particularly in Napa this summer.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for joining us in the US Law Podcast. We'll catch you back here next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Perfect. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you for listening to this episode of US Law Live. Stay tuned for more great conversations on US Law Live. To learn more about the US Law Network, visit us at uslaw.org.